You clicked on the right video because this is one of the most important switches a human being can make in their lifetime. It personally took me from broke, scrubbing toilets as a janitor, to running a high-end six-figure business doing what I loved in about 6 months to a year and a half. And this transformation didn't happen through just grinding and putting in the work and being an entrepreneur and just doing what you love. It largely was just in my mind. In fact, I'd argue that pretty much everything that you experience in your life is a direct result of what you hold in your mind. So let's say you're always focused on the glass being half empty. You're always going to see lack, like you always need something. You're always trying to fill a void. Whereas if you see the glass as half full, your experience is much more likely to be pleasant and really positive. So don't take this lightly, because taking control of your mind will change your life. If you do it properly, if you change your thoughts, if you can actually gain a grip of what's going through your mind, you can get a grip of what's going on in your life. It literally is directly correlated, and there's no closer connection. Your thoughts will turn into your reality one way or another. Just so you know, an average human being has 70,000 thoughts roll through their mind in the course of one single day. The most important thing for you to realize before you ever gain control of your thoughts, before you ever get a grip of your mind, is that you have to come to terms with and accept the fact that right now your mind is in the condition that it is in. You see, for a lot of us, we want to go into mindfulness and meditation and try to solve our problems through sort of defeating them by using this technique, as if the meditation is somehow going to take over and release all your tension and then bring you into blissfulness. That's not true. It simply isn't how it works. The way that you actually conquer your mind is by letting it go, accepting it as it is. You have to come from that place. If you're still coming from a place of I'm going to win over it, or I'm going to take control of my thoughts and steer them so that I win at life, it's going to be very, very difficult to invite change into your mind, because you're literally blocking and tensing up everything in your body. Everything in your mind is tensing up, and it's going to try to protect itself. You're going to have a hard time defeating the patterns of the ego. You're going to really struggle with all of those internal battles, and it's generally just not going to be a good time. Whereas if you let go into this, if you really allow the change to just happen through you, if you accept what is, if you take deep and intense passion and love in the process, then it's going to be so much easier. You're going to have a much better time, and the end result will be miles and miles ahead of anybody who's trying to use this as a sort of get-fixed quick scheme. It really takes a long time for your mind to build up to the condition that it's in right now. And so changing it is not the easiest thing in the world. I want to make a disclaimer and let you know that this is not something that happens in one snap of the fingers. It's something that happens through consistent practice. And so I really encourage you to come back here every single day, redo this meditation until you're starting to feel like it's on the right track and you're starting to experience a shift. You'll feel it, you'll know it when your mind starts to settle and allow the actual session to just happen, instead of trying to hang on to all the thoughts that are coming in or getting attached to emotions or feelings. Even if it's your ego coming up and saying, oh, well, this isn't gonna work, this and that and the other. There's a lot of things that could come up, but inevitably your mind will surrender if you keep putting it in the process and you keep allowing and accepting the change and accepting the state that it's already in. So again, coming back over and over again, repetition is gonna be the key. There's no other way, there's no other quick fix. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's the truth. And bottom line is, I want you to be successful. I want you to experience this shift. I want you to level up. And that's the only way that it can really be done. It's over time. And anybody who tells you you can take this pill and your mind becomes like the movie Limitless and everything's gonna be perfect, that's really not gonna happen. Don't buy into that. It's not gonna work. If you've ever tried anything like that, you'll know that it's a bunch of garbage. So don't fall into that trap. Allow the time that it takes to go through the process. That's ultimately where you're gonna find some real success. What we're about to go into is an exercise that I've designed specifically based on all the research, all the time and energy that I've put into mastering my own mind, my emotions, taking control of my life, and having helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. I'm giving this to you because I'm really, really passionate about other people also taking a hold of what's happening in their experience. I don't want you to suffer and walk around feeling like you can't really change things, like as if you're a victim, as if things just happen to you and you can only hope for the best. I personally promise you that if you take this seriously and use it repeatedly over a long period of time, you will experience a drastic shift in your consciousness, in your mind, and therefore your experience in life. I've had it work with so many people, so I invite you to take a leap into it, try it out, follow the guide, follow the instructions, and I think it'll work wonders for you as well. Welcome to the Take Control of Your Mind meditation. If this is your first time doing an exercise like this, I suggest you keep a very open mind. The first thing to do, if you haven't already, is to find a comfortable spot that you can stay and not be disturbed. Headphones are preferred for this exercise, but not necessary. Another thing to keep in mind is that you should be as comfortable as possible. Don't try to sit in any weird pose that isn't gonna help you relax your mind. Preferably, you should be sitting or lying down. It's okay to fall asleep during this exercise. However, I want you to try and do your very best to stay awake and stay with me through the entirety of it. So if you're ready, let's begin. I want you to start with a deep breath. In and out. Hold the breath for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax your eyes, but keep them open to begin with. Try to keep a soft focus. Now allow all the muscles in your face to relax. Allow your shoulders to drop. Allow all of your body to sink down and relax. You can now slowly close your eyes. Notice how you feel. What's the dominant emotion in your body? Are there any particular thoughts running through your mind right now? What I want you to do is not judge or label any sensations or thoughts that go through you, but rather, I want you to watch them. Almost like clouds passing through the sky. Allow the thoughts to run through your mind. Allow the feelings to go through your body. Become more in tune with your body and what's going on. Now take your attention and place it on your breath. Feel your breath rise and fall in your stomach. Your body already knows how to breathe. You do not need to make a conscious effort here. Simply relax and follow the rhythm. Try your very best to stay with your breath. Keep your attention there. Your mind may occasionally drift off. This is fine. Notice that your attention has been distracted. Simply come back to the breath. Feel your breath rise and fall once again. Notice how your whole body fills up with energy. Notice how vibrant and alive you are in this very moment. Notice that the mind has many ways of taking your attention away from the breath. Simply come back. Let thoughts come and go. You are not your thoughts. They simply pass by through you. But allow them to keep passing by, simply putting your attention back on your breath, feeling the rise and fall in your stomach. Simply stay with that for a moment now. You may now choose a thought that you would like to experience. Pick one thought that you would like to focus on and give attention. Make it something that empowers you, that makes you feel better and stronger. I want you to focus on this single thought and feeling. Who are you? What do you believe in? What do you stand for? All of these questions can be a great starting place. But the most important thing is that you pick one thought and try to stay with it. Notice how your mind can easily take you away and drift away from your original intention. This is fine. What we're doing here is we're training your mind, softly and slowly. Accept that you have been distracted and simply come back to your original thoughts. Watch out for the tendency of creating a big story around the thoughts. I simply want you to keep one thought in mind. Nothing more, nothing less. And now, bringing the attention back to the breath. Take a deep breath in and out. You may slowly begin to open your eyes and feel the difference of the state of mind that you are in. Remember that each time you come back here and re-experience this session, your mind will become stronger and stronger, and your state will keep increasing and improving. Slowly but surely, you will gain control of your mind.